Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Cpec Time. My name is Aru.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, सीपैक टाइम के साथ मैं हूं यासिर रहमान और सीपैक टाइम में यकीनन हम बात करते हैं प्रोजेक्ट्स के हवाले से, इसकी डिफरेंट डायमेंशंस के हवाले से और इससे जो तरक्की हो रही है पाकिस्तान में माशी तौर पर, समाजी तौर पर इसके जो असरात मरतब हो रहे हैं उस पर बात की जाती है। आज के प्रोग्राम में हमारे साथ बहुत ज़्यादा अहमियत के हामिल दो गेस्ट मौजूद हैं जिनसे हम बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि सीपैक टाइम की जो अर्ली हार्वेस्ट प्रोग्राम्स हैं वो तो रिकॉर्ड मुद्दत में मुकम्मल हुए, अब यकीनन इसकी जो दरमियानी मुद्दत के मंसूबे हैं उनके हवाले से जो पीटीआई हुकूमत है, वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान है, उनका क्या विजन है और किस तरह से इसको लेकर जाना चाहते हैं। यकीनन कुछ तरजीहात में फ़र्क आया है और तरजीहात को जो सेट किया गया है उसको चीनी साइड किस तरह से देखती है और पाकिस्तानी साइड उसको किस तरह से देखती है। सबसे पहले मेहमानों से तारुफ, आज हमें मेहमानों में ज्वाइन किया है डिप्टी चीफ ऑफ मिशन चाइनीज एम्बेसी चाओ ली जॉन। सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच एक्सीलेंसी फॉर गिविंग अस टाइम इन सीपैक टाइम। एंड हसन दाऊद भट्ट साहब ने हमें ज्वाइन किया है, प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर सीपैक प्रोजेक्ट। सर, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपकी तशरीफ आवरी का प्रोग्राम में।
Mr. Li Jianzhao, I have a question I want to ask you. When the PM visited China and in the Pakistan, the TV and the news, I have showed some news letters say that China is not friendly to take care of the Prime Minister Imran Khan.
Yeah, I think maybe this person is not well informed. I think the Prime Minister was when he was in China, he was treated very well. The Chinese, we all know that Pakistani people are most hospitable in the world, and the Chinese are also very much famous for our hospitality. So during the Prime Minister Imran Khan's trip to China, many people quote that when he was arriving in China, there is only one minister from Beijing to receive him at the airport. Actually, our ambassador was there. Ambassador Yao Jing was, back to China to receive the Prime Minister. Especially, he was at the airport. Pakistan ambassador was also there. This minister, from Beijing government, she is a lady. She was there, to receive every delegation. It's because this is not a bilateral visit. Usually bilateral visit, we have more official arrangements at the airport.
Protocol.
But more protocol. But for this multilateral event, so every head of government is receiving the same protocol, and this is one thing. Number two, I think at the summit, because Pakistan is our special friend, our iron brother. Actually, Pakistan is also a shining star. CPEC is also a shining star, under the Belt and Road Initiative. So Prime Minister Imran Khan was invited to speak at the inaugural session. After President Xi, he was speaking in that session. There are 4 sessions. In the inaugural session, only 7 foreign leaders were selected to speak, together with President Xi, and Prime Minister Imran Khan was one of the 7. So this is a special arrangement. In the first summit, I think there are 3 following the inaugural session. There are also 3 sessions.
Okay.
In one, there's a 3 sessions. I think in session 3. Prime Minister Imran Khan was sitting next to President Xi. Besides this, this is I said this is a multilateral event. There is also a bilateral component of this visit. When he was in China, he was meeting President Xi. He was meeting Prime Minister Li Keqiang. He was also invited to welcoming dinner by Vice President. The President Xi has more than 40 guests. So he appointed, some senior officials to invite, his guests to a welcoming lunch or welcoming dinner. And, for Prime Minister Imran Khan, it is our Vice President. And this has showed, the importance of the Chinese government, to the relations to Pakistan. And there is, also one event which is organized by Pakistan Embassy. It's called Trade and Investment Conference. For that conference, this kind of, this is a bilateral event. For other countries, maybe, the Chinese government is not participating in it. From our part, we made sure that one deputy speaker attended that event. So this is also a special arrangement for Pakistan. So as you can see, when Prime Minister Imran Khan is back to Pakistan, he is very happy about the visit.
That means totally propaganda, sir.
Yes.
So
I think they are not informed.
Okay. And another thing I want to ask you, continue my question. Sorry. And how you are working in China 2 times, and you are also not you're working in here is Pakistan in 2 times, and you are not China as well. And can you guide the Chinese Pakistan businessman how to get in this B2B? How to benefit for them? Because I think Pakistan is a huge market, and China also is a huge market and a big buyer from the whole world. So now the Pakistan have the finance shortage in the dollar. It's very shortage on the dollar, and Pakistan don't have manufacturers. They always import a lot of things. Then they use a lot of dollars outside. So that's why it's more shortage. So can you give them some idea to help them to solve this trouble?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I think I would like to make a few observations. Number one, I think Pakistan is a emerging economy. I think Pakistan has a very bright future. At the moment, Pakistan is suffering from this, double deficit. Is suffering from the shortage of FER, of foreign exchange reserves. I think this is a temporary issue. For every country, it might have this kind of problems. China also suffered these problems in the 1980s. Our FER at that time even is less than that of Pakistan. So this is a normal thing, and I think Pakistan can overcome this problem, in the years to come. And number two, I think Pakistan, should be confident about his own future, for this, future of economic development. I think Pakistan has a lot of advantages because you have a population of 220 million, among which I think more than 60% they are young people,
under 30.
Under 30, and this is a very big advantage. Become, I think, maybe in the next 10 years, you can keep, the labor cost at a very reasonable, reasonable level. So, this is part of the reason, which contributed to China's success in the last 40 years. Because in China we were able to maintain this advantage of labor cost for more than 30 years. So that's why China became the world factory, and these countries like Japan, like the United States, they shifted their industries to China, mainly because of this. And I think Pakistan also have very good infrastructure. Now you are ready to develop more industries, to set up more factories in the country. I think Pakistan may try to seize this opportunity because now China, according to the experts, 85 million jobs are shifting out of China.
Yeah.
So Pakistan should try to seize the chance. These 85 million jobs, they can go to Vietnam, they can go to Bangladesh, they can go to African countries. But Pakistan, it is a neighbor of China, is an iron friend of China. So Pakistan should try to take proactive measures to try to attract those jobs, those industries from China to Pakistan.
Okay.
So I think for this businessman, in the past, Pakistani businessmen, I'm not criticizing them. They look mostly to the U.S. market, the UK market,
the conventional market,
the Middle East market.
Yeah.
But the Chinese market is to some extent being neglected.
Yeah.
So I think your businessmen should turn more to the Chinese market. Okay. The Chinese market will soon take place. Replace that of the U.S. market will become
because your recruitment capacity has been increased.
Yes, because we have the largest population in the world.
Yeah.
And I think this is my advice to the Pakistani businessmen,
that they should access to the markets of the China as well.
Yeah.
So I will invite Mr. Hassan Dawood on the same point, जिसमें हम बात कर सकते हैं कि जी 85 मिलियन जॉब्स की बात की एक्सीलेंसी चावली जॉन ने कि वो शिफ्ट हो रही हैं चाइना से दूसरे ममालिक में. हम दूसरे हिस्से में हैं सीपैक के, जिसे वस्त मुद्दती प्लान भी कहते हैं, और वज़ीर आज़म जिस तरह से प्रायोरिटी सेट करने जा रहे हैं या उन्होंने सेट की हैं. उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट भी होनी चाहिए, लेकिन सोशियो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट भी होनी चाहिए, हमें ऐसी चीज़ भी चाहिए. क्या हमारी समत और रफ्तार उसी तरफ जा रही है कि हम वो जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज हमें चाइना से मिलने वाली हैं, ये मिल रही हैं बाकी ममालिक को, हम उसे इनकैश कर सकें?
जी, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली. देखिए, सोशो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट का जो बेस्ट टूल है ना दुनिया में, वो एक नौकरी होती है. आप जितनी ज़्यादा नौकरियां जनरेट करते हैं, जितनी ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट करते हैं, उतनी सोशो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट होती है. ऑफ कोर्स द मेडिकल केयर, द वोकेशनल, और इसके लिए आपने अपनी कैपेसिटी बढ़ानी होती है. एक जॉब की, हर जॉब की एक सर्टेन रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. जहाँ आपके कोलीग ने जो सवाल किया उसको मैं थोड़ा सा आगे लेते हुए, और जो मिस्टर चावली चांग ने बात की उसको आगे लेके जाऊँ कि पाकिस्तान के जहाँ SCG की अपॉर्चुनिटी, एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी आपको FTA 2 के सूरत में भी मिली है. अब इसमें आपके पास 313 नई टैरिफ लाइंस आ गई हैं, जिसके अंदर लाइट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, जिसके अंदर पाइप्स एंड पंप्स हैं, जिसके अंदर टेक्सटाइल एंड अपैरल है, जिसके अंदर एग्री बेस्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं. और ये तमाम की कैपेसिटी पाकिस्तान में मौजूद है. ह्यूमन रिसोर्स भी एट अ सर्टेन लेवल मौजूद है, और इंडस्ट्रियल आपका जो SME सेक्टर इंडस्ट्रियल कैपेसिटी है वो भी है. इसको थोड़ा सा इन्हांस करने की जरूरत है. अब हमारे जो बिजनेस कम्युनिटी है वो इन टैरिफ लाइंस को देखे, उन आइटम बाय आइटम उसको स्टडी करे, जॉइंट वेंचर्स को एक्सप्लोर करे, और गवर्नमेंट जो है वो पॉलिसी इनिशिएटिव, और जहाँ तक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो गया या कनेक्टिविटी होगी, कनेक्टिविटी का एक हार्डर एलिमेंट होता है और एक सॉफ्टवेयर एलिमेंट होता है. हार्डर एलिमेंट ये है कि आपने सड़कें बना दी, आपने रेलवे ट्रैक कर दी. जो उसका सॉफ्टवेयर एलिमेंट होता है वो पॉलिसी का होता है, कनेक्टिविटी ऑफ पॉलिसीज. तो हम इस वक्त जो आपने सवाल किया था कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब का क्या विजन है, तो उनका सॉफ्टवेयर पे भी उतना ही जोर है जितना हार्ड पार्ट ऑफ दी कनेक्टिविटी है या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है. जब आपकी पॉलिसी कंड्यूसिव होंगी, इनेबलिंग एनवायरनमेंट होगी, जहाँ पे एक इन्वेस्टर आए उसको वन विंडो ऑपरेशन मिले, आपके इंसेंटिव्स ऐसे हों जिसमें आप वो पुल फैक्टर क्रिएट कर सकें ताकि इन्वेस्टर को यहाँ पर आके खुशी हो। जिस तरह अभी मिस्टर चावली चांद ने कहा कि आपका हमारा कंपटीशन है लाओस से, कंबोडिया से, वियतनाम से, मलेशिया से। और इत्तेफाक की बात है कि अभी मैं जब बेल्ट एंड रोड फोरम में गया हुआ था तो जिस होटल में प्राइम मिनिस्टर ठहरे थे उसी होटल में मलेशियन डेलीगेशन भी ठहरा हुआ था अंडर महात्मा। तो वहां पर आप देख रहे थे कि जहां हम लोग बिजनेस टू बिजनेस एंगेजमेंट कर रहे थे एक बायलैटरल लेवल पे, वहां पर मलेशियंस के साथ भी डिस्कशंस हो रही थी। तो जो जब आप और आपने जैसा आपको पता है कि सीपैक के अंदर मौजूदा गवर्नमेंट ने थर्ड पार्टी पार्टिसिपेशन को भी प्रमोट किया है और दोनों साइड की कंसेंसस है। और हमारी अभी एनडीआरसी के वाइस चेयरमैन से मीटिंग थी ड्यूरिंग द विजिट, तो वहां पर भी थर्ड पार्टी पार्टिसिपेशन में जिसमें कतर है, मिडिल ईस्ट है और भी पोटेंशियल इन्वेस्टर्स हैं उनकी बात हो रही। तो यहाँ पर एक गवर्नमेंट का काम है पॉलिसी इनेबलिंग एनवायरनमेंट, सिक्योरिटी इंश्योर करना। जो बिजनेस वाला पार्ट है उनका ये काम है कि वो अंडरस्टैंड करें कि क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपको सीपैक ऑफर कर रहा है बोथ इनलैंड एंड इन चाइना। और जिस तरह मिस्टर चावली चांग ने कहा कि अब आप चाइना को एज ए पोटेंशियल मार्केट फॉर एक्सपोर्ट फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान देखते हैं। और FTA 2 जो अभी साइन हुआ है ये एक बिल्कुल राइट स्टेप है एंड एट द राइट टाइम है और हमारी जो बिजनेस कम्युनिटी है आई बिलीव इससे बहुत ज्यादा फायदा उठा सकती है।
बिल्कुल ठीक है। आई विल इन्वॉल्व Lee Chao on this very sensitive thing as we were discussing about the propagandas, people trying to associate these propagandas with Chinese or the Cpec. Recent past, we have seen some of the news items that of the forced marriages in Pakistan by some of the Chinese. How you see this? Is it something that we should be worried, or it is something based on the propaganda to malign our brothers, Chinese brothers who are working in Pakistan for the development of Pakistan and China as well?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I mentioned that this Cpec, we see this connection of G2G. We have B2B,
yeah.
And we also have more P2P exchanges, people-to-people exchanges. I think because of partly because of Cpec, we have developed more contacts between the two countries. That's why we have more marriages between China and Pakistan. Recently, we had one diplomat, Pakistani diplomat, married a Chinese girl.
Okay.
From Beijing.
So it's both ways.
Yeah, Beijing library. And recently there is a engineer who is from a Karod hydropower plant. Through Facebook, she came to know a Pakistani girl, and they fell in love later, and they married. So this, marriages between China and Pakistan, they are good things. But recently we heard there are a few individual cases that for example, maybe there is a case if there is some complaint of the Pakistani girl, maybe is not well treated, and we are paying a lot of attention from the Chinese government and from the Pakistani government. Actually now, while we are doing this program, we have a task force,
okay,
a team from Ministry of Public Security, that is your counterpart of Ministry of Interior. They are here in town. There are more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
They are trying to investigate these individual cases to try to find out who are this. There are some in Pakistan they call it as marriage bureaus,
okay,
or the matchmakers. They are trying
commercial
to,
matchmakers.
Yeah, if this marriage is good, but if you are doing it like a business, that's not good. So we are trying to identify those, especially who are those matchmakers. With the cooperation between China and Pakistan, we are trying to identify who are those individual cases? There are only a few. Nowadays this is an era of social media.
Yeah.
For example, this Pakistani family, the parents, the sisters and the brothers, if they lost contact of this Pakistani girl, you can immediately report to the Chinese embassy, report to your Ministry of Interior.
Okay.
Then we can try to investigate. Actually, we will establish a hotline, is an arrangement. If those cases are reported to the ministry or to the embassy, we can immediately ask our headquarters to check where is that girl. And if there is any problem, we can come to rescue, as soon as possible. So there is, a propaganda saying that, these Pakistani girls are sent to China for prostitution, for to sell their body organs. That's totally propaganda. It is not true.
Okay.
We will not allow this kind of things to happen. We will try to ensure the right and interests of Pakistani citizens in China as always.
Okay, that's good.
Just, I want to know that, in your opinion, what kind of things can send to the China? I know that Chinese government try their level best to want to help Pakistan, and we give the Chinese give good policy for import things from Pakistan. Many things is duty free. And can you give some idea for them? What kind of things can export to China?